We're coming to the midway point of the season, which always means a trip to Croft, or in your case, a trip back home to Croft, because despite the soft southern accent, you spent a lot of your formative years up here, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I was brought up in Newcastle and went to school in a little place called Tynemouth. So it is like coming home, you know. I'll see lots of friends and, you know, from school, and, you know, when I used to go out in town, all those sorts of people I'll bump into this weekend. It's good, and it's the, you know, the Northerners' fix of motorsport, isn't it? This event is the only big event they get, and they come out in their thousands.
A brilliant drive by Plato to take the win by a fraction of a second as they cross the line.
4 wins to your credit, which is double that of any of your competitors. Should we read anything into that at this stage in the championship?
I think the one thing you can read into it is that, you know, we're starting to get a feel for how it works at BMR, how the car's working. You know, it's a confidence thing, this game. You know, most of it's in your head, and if you can, you know, get some momentum behind your results and also get a good feeling with the car, it tends to get a bit easier and a bit easier. And, you know, from everyone else's perspective in the pit lane, I would imagine they're a bit concerned about that.
So the team have stepped up to the plate with you, because to be leading the championship for what is still a relatively new team.
You know, if I cast my mind back to when I made a decision and told, you know, a select few people, they were all kind of questioning and said, really, what's all that about then? But, you know, I knew what Warren wanted to do, and I knew how open he was to suggestions and recommendations about how to do it properly. You know, if you've got a team owner who's massively ambitious, you know, really focused, and also wants to rely on the experience of those who've been around for a long time, it's a very easy decision, actually.
He fit in straight away with the team. He helps with everything you could imagine to do with the team. The driving, he helps very well with the engineers, the mechanics. He brings a lot of smiles to the team, keeps everyone very happy. Huge amount of experience, which any event that turns up, he's got an answer for, or a way of helping us to improve.
Having 2 champions within a team, that brings its own set of problems, because you've got 2 guys with strong and potentially very different ideas about how to go about winning championships, have you not?
Yeah, but those are good challenges. You know, they're not negatives. They're only negatives if, you know, the 2 characters you're talking about don't play the game. Let's be honest, this is an individual game, it's not a team game. As much as you might hear the nonsense they speak about in Formula 1, or, you know, team players, get out of town. You know, I desperately want to beat Colin, and he desperately wants to beat me, and Aaron desperately wants to beat me. And that's healthy. That's really healthy. It keeps everybody on their toes.
Here they come, the 2 teammates, absolutely level down towards the chicane, but Plato should grab the advantage.
You know, there's an awful lot of nonsense spoken about me, but most people that work with me understand that it is nonsense. And whilst I'm competitive, you know, I play with a straight bat, and you know, there's an open policy, and because that's for the good of everybody. But deep down, oh man, do we all want to beat each other? At the minute, I've got the edge on Colin. You know, that could change. Colin is a very fine racing driver. You know, one of the world's best.
There's a lot of talk about how he might not get on with other drivers, but he interacts with them great. We've worked as a team during winter testing. All the information's been put to everybody, and they've worked very well at making the car fast between the 3 drivers. I put a little bit in, I like to think, but they've done a great job.
Those 2 wins at Alton Park took your total tally of podiums to 199 in the British Touring Car Championship.
Is that right?
Yeah. So
Wowzer.
It's got to be the 200 this weekend, hasn't it?
It will be pleasant, wouldn't it? I'd like 202 at the end of the weekend, if I'm really honest. If you look around the world, all the senior motorsport categories, and you just look at the end of the line, so, you know, Formula 1, World Rally, V8 Supercars, NASCAR, Btcc, WTCC, and you say, right, who's the most winning in driver in the history of motorsport, and where would you think you'd be? It's quite a nice thing, actually, because I'm currently equal second with Jeff Gordon on 92, and Michael Schumacher's on 91.
Okay. What you're subtly trying to say is you're currently the 2nd most successful driver in the history of motorsport.
No, that's what the stats say. Second equal.